You are listening to the Photographic Podcast. Your hosts are Jay, Justin, Mike, and Valentine.
Yo, what's up?
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Yeah, Valentine's back. Awesome.
Hello, guys. Salutations. All is well.
Good.
You got
Doing great, man.
you got your film flannel on?
My film flannel.
Yeah. We're all film photographers now. Mike
Oh,
joined.
is that right? Oh. Wait. Oh, that's right. Oh, you got yours picked up from that shoot. Or we did a shoot, and then you went to go pick yours up or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
look at
Fancy.
that. Sorry. So I'm only gonna stay the new age photographer over here.
You don't want to spend
backtrack.
extra money just to make a photo? How
Of course.
how fiscally
Yeah.
responsible
What?
of you?
So my bank account will tell me no.
Mine screams it all the
Mine's
time.
probably worse.
go to add to cart. He's like, "Are you sure, buddy?"
Right?
Yeah. Every time I'm on Amazon, it's like, are you sure that you need this much film? Are you really sure?
It's like click. Yes.
I told my wife earlier, I said, well, if I start stockpiling film, you and I are going to have a conversation about space in the refrigerator.
Just
Oh
buy
my
an
God.
extra fridge like I
Buy
did.
your own.
That's what
Yeah, buy your own.
she said. I don't think my mom's using that one up at her house anymore. So next time we go back to Oklahoma, maybe we can just take it.
Ooh, do you need a mini fridge? I have an extra
Oh.
mini fridge.
I don't need
Bonnie and
one.
Clyde.
Trying to get rid of that sucker.
I need to
Mini
buy
fridge
more
for
film.
sale.
Yeah, that's a thing. So I haven't bought all the stuff yet to develop, but that's definitely something in the pipeline over the next week. I think after today, I've got 2 rolls ready to develop. I'm waiting to finish up that roll that was in that point and shoot that you loaned me.
Oh yeah.
Justin.
Yeah, there should be some
so-
Kodak Gold.
Yeah, I got about half of that roll left because I've been just doing rando. Let's see what the flash does to it kind of shots with that one. So.
It's very harsh.
I imagine, but it's been indoors or nighttime, so I'm curious what that's going to look like.
So,
Very harsh. It's gonna look like trash.
Well, my
I can
dogs will look
verify
like
it.
trash for one time in their lives.
Yeah.
I remember having a point and shoot back maybe 2004, 2005. Not photography, just buying one from probably Eckerd's. Was it Eckerd's back in 2004?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I believe so.
That's
Oh yeah.
Old school.
And how does exposure even work with like your film cameras and stuff? Like, what is that like?
Depending on the model camera, it's all manual. So like, it's just like shooting in manual on your digital camera. You change the ISO setting to what the film speed is, and then that's what the sensitivity to light is. So
Yep.
you change your shutter speed or you change your aperture based on your film speed. However, you can also push or pull it. So you could push it and shoot it at like, you could shoot a 400 speed at 3200, and then in development you will develop it accordingly. So you'll change the development time to 3200. So you'll change it 3 stops. So instead of 2.5 minutes, you'll develop it for like 4 minutes, 5 minutes, something like that. You'll get more contrast out of your photo because you're underexposing it and then you're overdeveloping it. Or you can pull it and it's the direct opposite. So if it's a 400 speed film and you shoot it at 100, you're overexposing it and you'll develop it for a shorter amount of time. So,
Well, hopefully our subscribers understood that because after you said aperture, I was gone. I was like, you know what? I don't know what you're talking about anymore.
Well, a little bit more
It's like-
simply. So when you buy film, it comes in a box and it usually has this. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get it to show up here.
Abracazam.
It'll say 200 on it or 400 on it or 800, and that's what your ISO is.
Mhm.
And so that is your first part of the exposure triangle between ISO, aperture, and shutter
Oh.
speed. So
Mhm.
that's the basis. So, and as we already know, so the ISO is basically the sensor's sensitivity to light in digital,
Mhm.
and it kind of works the same way. The film itself acts like the sensor. and then the rest of the balance is the same for exposure.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Well, I'll have fun whenever my instant film camera gets here because it's not exactly like how y'all have. It's a little different, and I don't have an option of shutter speed or aperture, but I think on the SX70 it's f8.
Yeah. So
Yeah, fixed.
you're just limited by the amount of light that you get. I think there is some sort of like exposure compensation on the front of that, so you can slow down the shutter or speed it up depending on how bright it is outside. But other than that, like you've got two things locked in on the exposure triangle now: your light, your sensitivity to light, and then the aperture. But yeah.
I think I'm just as excited to see you get yours in, just so I could look at the damn thing.
They're really cool looking.
Yeah, I know. That's why I can't wait to open it up and look at it. And I didn't buy the SX70 film. I bought the 600 film, which I think is 600 ISO.
Mm-hmm.
So I think SX70 is like 160 ISO. So
yeah, you got to shoot that in broad daylight,
right?
Yeah.
So how rich are you?
I'm thinking I'll try at night. And that was cheap. Mine was like 140. I didn't buy it. It wasn't expensive. I think their cameras aren't that expensive either. The small 35 millimeter.
I spent 85 on mine.
Yeah.
With the lens.
I spent like 200 because
I
didn't know. But
it's like no.
I didn't know. Like that was like 2 years ago. Fuck it. I'll spend $200 on it. And then the Mamiya was like 700 or 800. Yeah.
Well, you're getting a little fancy there. You got your medium format, and then those Mamiyas are that's a different. It's a different level. That's like studio level type camera.
Yeah, it's a studio camera. Which I just bought a PC sync cord so I can I can put my off-camera flash stuff on it, so I can use my modern digital flashes for my medium format. So that'll be interesting. I'd like to take it into a studio and do like headshots on like Portrait 400 or on my my Ektachrome, my color positive film. That'll be pretty cool. So
yeah, it's something we should think about. Like all of us, once we got all of our new fancy film camera and just want to get together anyway. We're in a studio and test out some of that. Like, I know we've got like everybody's got like different stuff that we want to try out. So it'd be nice to get together, rent that studio there. And where was that? We went, Jaleesa?
Hearst.
Yeah, over at Hearst.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
There's another one I went to, and that one was $16 an hour. They said we could rent it out.
You just said 16? 16?
I know. It's just like a room. Did I share those yoga pictures with y'all?
I saw one photo.
Oh, okay. It's just like a room, and you can like set up your backdrop and shit. It's not like the one in Hearst has like all kinds of shit in it and stuff. That one was just like kind of like a room, and you can set up stuff in there.
Sure.
So you got and stuff like that, decorations.
In Hearst there's like he has lighting and everything in there.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
I'll have to ask.
That over in Hearst is super nice for, especially the price that he charges is super reasonable.
$30.
Yeah. I mean, it's like a 2-hour minimum or whatever whenever you rent it, but it's for everything that he's got in there. He's got the big panel that mimics kind of like natural light. So if you're a natural light shooter, he has stuff set up in there for that. It's really cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
So
I'm down.
My only question for y'all today is you have a film camera. Now, for a person that wants to get into it, not me right now.
Are you sure?
So what are we what are we looking at when it comes to, hey, I have my camera now and I want to go shoot, and then I'm done shooting with, I guess, whatever my prices for film is, and then I want to get developed. Like how much is coming out of my pocket?
There's multiple ways to go about this. So you can do home developing if you plan on shooting a lot of film over the year. I would recommend doing home developing because you will get more for your money that way. However, you may have inconsistent results until you've done developing more and more. It's kind of a skill that you have to develop. And then scanning photos. So to start out, I would just go to a photo lab, find a photo lab that you like. I would recommend Fort Worth Photo Lab. They're some of the best around. Yeah, seriously, shout out to them. They helped me get started, and they helped me figure out a lot of stuff when I was first shooting, because I screwed up the first like 3 or 4 rolls that I shot, and I had no idea why. And they're like, well, here's a checklist you should go through to figure out why your rolls turned out blank, so that we can make sure that it's not camera error, and then we can make sure it's not like film error, because there are just sometimes there's a bad batch of film, and then we can check for user error. But check all of these things and we can start ticking off boxes to figure out what it was. And it just turns out that I was dumb and I wasn't doing things right, so it was all your user error, but like they helped me figure it out. So go to a film lab like Fort Worth Photo, for a roll of 35 to scan and develop, $20. But I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure if you send them multiple rolls, it's $10 for the roll and then $10 for scan. So like if you send it in 4 rolls, you'd end up paying like $50. You're not paying like $10 to scan each roll of film. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So.
That's not bad. It's pretty good prices.
Yeah, and they're excellent. You can
name again?
Fort Worth Photo Lab. You can drop off film in front of their place. You can also mail it to them. So if you want to do like contactless stuff, they can do it all digitally for you. So you never even have to go into the place. They also sell film. So if you want to try different types of film that you can't find at like Walmart, because Walmart really just carries Fuji, you can try other types of film. Sapat there or Marco are absolutely fantastic. Please go check them out, because they do great stuff.
And here's their link.
Yeah.
Or there. Or
I'll put it on. I'll put it in the video.
No.
It'll be in the description.
Yeah. Right on. But so I
Prince.
was doing a little bit of research, and what I had found, the prices from a photo lab, like from Fort Worth Photo Lab, that's about pretty consistent what I was seeing. But I also saw that you could send for just development, and it was between $8 and $10 a roll, just for developing film if you wanted to get it developed and then scan it in yourself. But after I've created a list of all the parts and pieces and everything that I needed to be able to develop at home, it's ridiculously cheap in comparison to be able to do it yourself. Once you figure it out, it's right around $3 a roll to develop.
Yeah.
At home.
Yeah.
And if you buy a scanner, or if you do, a lot of people do DSLR scanning, so they'll just use their digital cameras to scan film. You can easily make your money back doing like 15 rolls.
Yeah, because you were saying what, 4 rolls would be like $50 to have them develop and scan.
Yeah,
and so if you do like 6 or 8 rolls, then that pretty much pays for all the equipment to develop about 20 rolls yourself at home.
Yeah.
So that's the difference there in cost. But I mean, there's a reason why it's that expensive. Like once you go through the processes, like Justin and I did last weekend, and I saw how long it took. Mm-hmm. Not that anything was overly complicated through the process, but everything takes time. Mm-hmm. Scanning takes time. Drying takes time. The development, while that's in itself not super time consuming, but it's still more added to it. So whenever you're paying for that development, you're paying for the skill, the equipment, and the time that is taken to do that when you're paying for professionals. So
yeah,
I think that the prices are pretty fair for $12 to $20 depending on what you're getting.
Definitely.
So glad that you said that, because that should take us right into when customers complain about pricing.
Right. Yeah.
I was just gonna say that. I think we can understand that, because we know how that is when people are like, "Oh, that costs too much," and you think about the labor that. I mean, I think we still, even like people who like work on cars and stuff. Like, I don't know if anyone here works on cars, but even then, we're like, "Damn, that's a lot of money," because we don't work on cars.
Yeah, it's a skill set that I don't have, so I have to pay for the labor and the skill, and for whoever happened to like whatever type of education that they got, they should be paid accordingly.
But I just want 5 pictures of my family, like maybe just 5 poses. I'll look them up myself, and you just gotta
pay
the
for
pictures
them.
and then send it to me.
Right. Yeah.
Has someone said that?
Huh?
Someone said that to you?
I mean, I've never had an issue with. I don't. I hate when I have those conversations because I don't get into the back and forth. It's either you want to do business or no.
Right.
Right.
I was like, hey, I have plenty of other photographer friends. If you're interested, here's a number. And
Right.
Like, you
If
want to change your
if they
price?
say
I'm
that,
like, not really. No.
tell them I'll do it for five. I do 5 photos for $75 right now.
Oh, right.
Right, there you go. There you go.
Said talk to Jalissa.
Yeah. If anybody wants to know, that's what Jalisa charges.
Link in description.
To start the bidding war, he's like, I'll do 7 for 75.
Nah.
But at the end of the
5.
day, I mean, it just really comes down to, okay, do they like the work that you come out with? So
Yeah. Yeah.
You did some maternity pictures. I saw they came out, great.
Bangers. Absolute
Oh,
bangers.
mini session.
Took that market, so
Thank
I guess
you.
can't touch that. So
Shut the hell up.
Yeah. So, Jalissa, when are
Definitely.
you going to be hiring other photographers to help you?
yeah, we need second
When I
shooters.
make some money.
Right.
All right. When I actually make some real money. And yeah.
Yeah. But seriously, though, when customers ask that, I have to hold my tongue to be like, like when they try to bring the price down, like negotiate with you, it's like, okay, well, I know that I'm not formally educated, but how about you spend several thousand hours watching YouTube videos and tutorials on how to color grade, on how to shoot, watching lens reviews, camera reviews, picking out your stuff. Like, you do the work and then tell me that you should only pay me $20 to do a photo session. Like, no,
That's crazy.
yeah. Thankfully, I haven't ever had anybody ask to pay $20 for a photo session, but like, you are paying for all the stuff that we have to do. Like, it's not so easy as just like click a button. Sometimes it is, but like 95% of the time, there is other effort besides us just holding it up and pressing the button. Like, there's years worth of stuff, and I'm still learning. Like, I don't know about anybody else, but like, I learn new things about photography every single day. So it's not like I went to YouTube University for a year and I know everything about photography.
Right.
I'm just like,
Speak for yourself.
Right.
all right. Well, the three
exactly
of
what
them, they've got the answers. I don't. Ask them, because I'm still learning.
Don't ask me shit.
Yeah. I know a lot about that much.
Yeah. I know, like,
Don't say yourself short, guy. We're still trying to promote ourselves here. We're great photographers. Hire all of us, all if possible, all 4 of us at the same time.
Yeah, we work well in groups.
I'm of the opinion and the kind of person that thinks once you know everything, that you probably don't know enough.
I think when you think you know everything, that's when the real learning begins. Like,
yeah, that's what I mean. Like, yeah.
I would take this a step further in the physiological sense, but I'm gonna step away from that one. But to still one, I guess one situation, Arya was telling me about how somebody had contacted her and she gave her prices, and her prices are they're very good prices for what you would get for any other photographer. For instance, maternity or like quinceañeras and stuff like that.
Sure.
And the person came back and said, they looked at the price and said, you know what, keep in mind that it is, COVID. And I could be like, same thing to be said for us. I'm like,
yeah, we can still get sick.
Money too. Yeah. So it's just funny that, the people's mindsets when it comes to things. There are certain things they like to bring up to be like, okay, well, hey, I'm coming at you.
Make you feel bad, yeah.
I'm like, well, if you come at me, like maybe let's say 3 days before the event, I'm more than obligated to charging more because, hey, I don't know what I know what my calendar is like. You don't. So I might be able to squeeze you in, but there might be a fee. So I don't know. That's kind of how I usually do things. And I try to make sure I vet as much as possible on any clients I get. so I don't have to get any like issues that come up. So
Sure.
Well, it's that whole mechanic service thing that Jaleesa was saying a second ago. You don't go to a dealership and try to negotiate the price of your car's service.
I was about to
You'll
say,
try.
I will go there to negotiate prices for my vehicle, but no,
So
on
if I get my
services,
own
no.
oil,
You're right.
On service, yeah. If you're not negotiating the price of cars that you guys are paying for to everybody out in the world, you're doing it wrong. But service, I mean, there's really not a whole lot you can do. This is the price that they have set up, and this is what they charge. It's a standard, and it's kind of the same in any industry when you're providing services. There's a pay scale that it costs. You can go somewhere else. If somebody else is doing it cheaper, then you should probably question the quality that you're getting.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah. I think some people are okay with getting crappy stuff though.
Yes.
And
I mean, God, I hate it so much. I'm like, come on, just hire me, please.
Yeah.
you deserve better than this.
Like, oh, sugar.
Come on. Pay a little extra for some quality. Damn.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man, going through dating apps has been a real struggle recently. Photos that
what's
people
so
will
funny?
put on to their
okay.
dating
I was
profiles.
like,
I don't know where this is going.
Like,
taking it to the next level. I like it, Justin. There you
just-
go. That's
like, I'm sorry, but like, your Bumble profile is trash. All those photos that you took with a fucking potato, please hit me up. I will take new photos for you. I'll even do it for half price if you tell me that it's for a dating service so that you can find the person of your dreams. Because
oh my God,
looking at those
filter on your
photos,
face is so good.
no, stop it.
They don't
Just
care.
because it's in
They don't care.
Snapchat doesn't mean it's not pixelated, it's out of focus, and it's grainy and just garbage all around. Like, find one of us. Like, I don't even care if it's me. Find somebody in the comments below and ask them for help. We all need it badly.
Create a sales pitch. Be like, guaranteed 30% higher swipe right chance if you get a portrait done by us.
Seriously,
Well,
I guess I'm just pretentious, but like going through Bumble and Tinder and Facebook dating, like, I judge those photos. Like, you don't need to pay $400 or $500 to get a portrait session for your dating profile, but like, find somebody that like knows the difference between f8 and 1.8, and you'll get 10%, 15%, 30% more swipes because those photos look a little better. Or somebody who takes photos with something other than an iPhone 1, like something.
iPhone
Try.
1.
Ones that gave me is the people that are still in 2021. You are still taking blurry pictures? Then by all means,
Yeah.
you need
How
to
do you mess that
Stand
up?
still.
Stand still.
I can promise
both
you, I
of
can
you.
take a flip phone and take a still photo.
Yeah, it's not hard. Like, a little bit of effort goes a long way.
Oh, and a thing that I learned, this little sensor here on the back of your phone, wipe that dude off.
Yeah. Make sure that you're wiping the wipe the front lens too. It helps out
Right.
a lot.
Right for the selfies.
He's like, let me look at mine.
Oh, mine's dirty. Jesus Christ.
It's that
You got that?
that Pro
Your
Mist.
significant others will
iPhone.
thank you.
I was just gonna say that you got that one that one Pro Mist on there.
That's why it doesn't. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. That's how you can get a Pro Mist.
Dude, those photos the street shots from Singapore, the ones that were kind of like misty, I showed
Yeah,
that I posted up. Yeah, that was just from
100% humidity.
humidity, man. It was just humidity. I didn't pay for no filters.
Yeah,
All natural, man.
love it.
He's over there cleaning it.
Oh, so much better, guys.
I'm just saying.
Thank you.
It's crazy. It's crazy
Huh.
how much that improves it.
Free
Clean.
advice for the day.
There you go.
Clean it off. And that goes
That'll
for a
be
lot of
$40.
things, by the way. Just clean it off.
Clean. Okay. Yeah. Hey, there you go. Where did they clean it off? No. So
There you go.
Keep it clean.
I'm not
So you
saying
had,
anything. Just saying.
so we had Jalissa with the maternity pictures. What'd y'all guys get into?
We kind of talked about the film. That's what we've been into right now.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
what pictures did y'all take of? Like what in particular? Anything that notable?
No,
I
just
tried some red
practice.
scale. That was kind of interesting.
What is?
So
What's that?
there's two types of red scale for film. One, you flip the film backwards and shoot backwards through the film. That will give a red shift to everything. And then there are film stocks that are intentionally red, like in the dyeing process, they will dye it red, or they'll add extra red pigment so that when you develop it, everything shifts towards the red scale.
Huh.
That's it.
Damn.
But it gives like a nice, depending on how you shoot it, how you expose it, it'll look like the surface of Mars. Like everything's like really fucking red. And then if you overexpose it, you'll start to slowly get rid of the red shift, and it turns everything like a orangey color. So, yeah.
What is
Nice.
the purpose of? I mean, like in what scenario are you saying you want red? Is it just like maybe like conceptual, or is this?
Yeah, it's just an artistic choice to do. It's kind of like shooting in black and white with a digital camera. Like you have a high-end camera that can shoot all the colors in the rainbow. Why would you shoot in black and white? Just a choice.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm finding that there's a lot of different things you can do with, that you can do with film that some people probably wouldn't think. I've seen something like you said with the instant film, they have like different colors you can use where it turns like in black and white photos, it turns the white areas like a certain color or whatever.
Yeah. And
It's a lot of options.
that's another cool thing about film is like there's with all the variations of the film stocks, they're different colors. Like there's different color presentations. It's like having a preset with every photo that you take, and depending on how you shoot it, you get more presets out of the film. Like it's crazy. So that's personally why I like film. It does all the editing for me. I don't
If I
have to worry
recall,
about
you
it.
can't take the film out until you finish the roll, right? So let's
Correct.
say if somebody
Right.
wanted to take a picture, let's say you're taking pictures and you're doing some, street shooting, and a family walks up and is like, "Hey, can you take a quick picture of? I'll pay you like right here in the spot." And then you're like,
I can.
I can't. I mean, if you had that red film in,
I would tell them, hey, the particular film that I'm shooting with is a red cast, or if it's Cinestill or whatever, like the colors are going to be different because I'm intentionally shooting something different. If you want me to take your photo, I will. It's just going to look different than what you think it's going to, and just be honest with them.
I just want a freaking picture, man. I don't know the hoopla and whatever you're saying. I just want whatever. I'm just talking mess.
I mean, some people
$5
can
in
be
your
like that.
Instagram. Like, let's go.
Yeah, I mean, if they're going to get that way, no, I'm not going to take your photo. If they say,
Right.
okay, sure, whatever you got, I'll take it. Then yeah, sure, I'll take your photo. It's just going to look different. It's going to be artsy. That'll be $25 instead of $20.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah.
With film, no one. I can imagine. What I was gonna bring up was like back in the day before everything, and like, can you imagine weddings on film? And it's like, pay me all this money, but you're not gonna see these photos for a long time.
That's just how it was. But I mean,
Yeah.
at the same time, like that's all that you know when you shoot. Before digital, that's all you knew was film. So each film stock had a certain color presentation that you know of. So you can intentionally choose a film stock to shoot for a specific occasion. So like for weddings and stuff, this film just got discontinued this year. Fuji Pro 400H. Wedding photographers that shoot film all over the world are now searching for Fuji Pro 400H.
Which you can find right here. On this link.
I do have some in my fridge. It is $200 a box. Don't at me.
Hey.
No, I'm not going to sell it. That's messed up. But there are people selling 5 packs for like $200, where it used to go for like $30.
Oh my gosh.
Mhm.
People aren't using Portrait 400 on weddings.
But they are now.
Yeah, they're forced to now. I mean, you can use Portrait 400 for weddings. It's good. It was just so much more expensive than the Fuji stuff.
Oh.
Mm.
Mm,
Because like
I bet.
Fuji Pro 400 was, before it got discontinued, like $12 or $13 a roll, and Portra 400 is like $18-19 a roll. So
Yeah.
it was just more economical to shoot Fuji. But now Fuji decided, fuck everybody, we're going to discontinue one of our popular film stocks.
Well, I'd read something actually yesterday that they were having difficulty getting the materials to produce it. So they weren't able to keep up with demand, and then they made a business decision just to go ahead and discontinue it instead of just delaying it or waiting until they could get everything.
And now I'm an asshole. Thanks.
And then they're gonna bring it back at a much higher price.
Well, that's what I figure. So because Kodak had talked about releasing a new film stock and re-releasing an old one, and I bet you that that Fuji may do the same thing in the future. Like once the materials are accessible again, they may re-release it. You never know.
Probably. It's probably due to COVID that they had to shut down the whatever factory was doing stuff.
Yeah, well, I don't know if
by the way, I have a dog.
but it was just right. I think it was just an accessibility issue. Like they just couldn't get the stuff to do it, so they were just like, "We can't do it. We can't meet the demand, so we just have to stop right now." Was basically the way I understood it, but
Like it's better than having pissed off people because they're waiting on something that's back ordered till freaking September or something.
But I mean, like Justin was saying, you had a lot of people that were using that for specific purposes, and now they can't get it at all. So they are out there scrambling for the closest thing they could get to it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, whenever y'all are ready and y'all come back to your senses, just come back to digital. You know what? All you need is just to charge your batteries and you can go outside and shoot.
I still live in the digital space. I'm not gonna go away from that. I enjoy film from the artistic aspect of it, and I think there's a lot of cool stuff that you can do, and the way that the film stock is, and how everything's its own preset kind of edit that comes on it that you can clean up a little bit and then send out into the world without having to spend hours and hours on. There's certain stuff about it that I like, but it's hard for me to go completely away from digital. There's just so much more power and control and things that you can do to it, and I love shooting digital too.
Yeah.
It's cheaper.
And
It's like
that's the other thing.
the
I could do
opposite.
it more often and not feel that hole burn in my pocket.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the opposite. It's like with digital, you spend all that money on the camera and then all you got to worry about is your SD cards and shit. But with film, it's like, oh, the film camera don't cost too much, but then you got all this damn film you have to keep on buying.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and we all, I don't know, not all of us, but a lot of us are paying for Adobe services, at least some amount of Adobe services for photo editing. So, I mean, digital still costs me a little bit of money every month, even though I'm not spending all of it on film and developing and doing all that. There's still money coming out of my pocket for editing. So
100%. On that note, though, we'll see y'all later. Bye.
Thanks for joining us.
Come on.